happens to be I-10, goes from one side of the country to the other, that I ran into one of Texas's notorious speed traps. If you haven't been to Texas, you don't know, but the roads are all magnificent. They're absolutely made for speeding. Wide, smooth, almost all separated with a divider, so the traffic coming the other way is 20, 30 yards away from you. And on this particular stretch of road, which is roughly 70 miles from Martha back to the main highway, there were four separate cars, police cars, at intervals lying in wait. They don't have to wait until you pass them and then they follow you. Before you even get there, they've either estimated your speed or looked at radar and determined it. And what I didn't know was that in Texas there's very little margin for error. They allow a 5% margin over the speed limit. So if the speed limit's 80, if you go more than 84, then they book you, and it's very easy if you're trying to keep to 84 to 80 to go to 84. Just the same way as if you're trying to go to 60 to go to 63. So they book thousands of people all the time. I would estimate that in addition to the other cars that circulate, there were two at the side of the road had already stopped people, and there were two more I passed. The fourth one, immediately got me within yards of me passing them. And the fine is, it starts at 129 and escalates rapidly. Well, my estimate is that if with four police cars searching like that, they probably get, on that stretch of road alone, 100 tickets a day, which is 14,000, which is 100,000 a week. And if you estimate there are 1,000 tickets a day throughout the huge state of Texas rather than 100 on that little stretch, that means that traffic fines alone are bringing in $52 million a year to the state. Just traffic fines. So just speeding fines, basically. So it's incumbent on all the police officers to book as many people as possible. And although the legend is always these brave, stalwart men are protecting the state and trying to stop speeding and keeping everybody safe, in actual fact, the roads encourage speeding. The speed limit, mostly 80, encourages it. And they have traps everywhere, so that, it's very hard to drive hundreds and hundreds of miles. In my case, I drove 1,300 miles across to Austin, Texas, to drive thousands of miles in effect and not exceed the speed limit somewhere. But in Texas, they're onto you in an instant. Beware. It was mostly a dead loss because although it's famous, and for years I've intended to go there, the main reason one goes today because the Judd Foundation has a lot of sculptors of Donald Judd, now dead, and the Chinati Foundation similarly has all kinds of fabulous art. However, being Sunday, everything was closed. Texas Hill Country, and we're about to visit a very famous place. It is associated with music. Luckenbach, Texas.
Guitars in tune, good and firm, feeling well. I don't need my name in the marquee lights, but it helps. Got my songs and I got you with me tonight. Maybe it's time we got back basics of love. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and the Boys. Between those Hank Williams paint songs and Newberry's train songs and blue wine crying in the rain. Out of Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Maybe let's sell your diamond ring, buy some boots and faded jeans and go away. golden ties choking me, and in your high society you cried all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the junk, 4-car garage and we're still building on. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the successful life we're living's got us feudal like a Hatfield and windows, Hank Williams paint songs and Jerry Jeff's train songs and blue eyes crying in the rain. Out in Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Out in Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
That was great, thank you. What's your name?
Jimmy Lee Jones.
Great, thank you, Jimmy. Have you always lived here?
Yep, I was born in Fredericksburg.
Wow, that must be very unusual.
No, there's a few of us born in Fredericksburg.
Is there more of the town than just this part here, or is this it, basically?
This is it.
This is the famous place where they all used to gather and sing, supposedly.
Yes.
Is that a legend, or did it actually happen?
He's had his Willie Nelson 4th of July picnics out here 5 times.
Who has that?
Willie Nelson.
Oh yeah, right, good, great. Thank you. It's more than a post office, this place. It's not exactly a big town. It started as a trading post in 1849, and in 1973 Jerry Lee Walker, I think, came here and recorded an album which was a big hit, and they used to record part of it in the big dance hall here where they still have weekly dances. Anyway, the dance hall here is booked almost every week throughout the year for weddings and parties and celebrations, because everybody loves Luckenbach, Texas. Speaking of which, the famous song sung by Willie Edwards and Waylon Jennings, who used to be here regularly, was a tremendous hit, Luckenbach, Texas. And Willie Nelson used to come back every 4th of July for the annual picnic, and still does put in an occasional appearance. Regular concerts on the stage.
Younger than the mountain, moving like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Take me home. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Riding down the road, I get a feeling looking home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Out mama, take me home. Take me home.